The girls gifted me expensive ABH foundation, Anastasia Beverly Hills. It looks like it. It does. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm a Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup that I buy from dollar store, drugstore, Walmart, AliExpress, you name it. I'll test it on my face and I'll pass the savings to you guys. So this is one of my favorite brands that's very affordable, and I picked up a few new Profusion things from Walmart and other brands, but mostly it's going to be about Profusion Minimalist palette and also the brand new Profusion Feel Good Skin Foundation. So if you guys are interested how they perform and what I think about them, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell below so YouTube notifies you every time I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 AM Pacific time. So like this video will help me, comment below, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the links in the description box, and let's get right into this. So I picked up a few items in Walmart just a few days ago. If you know, you might not know, my friends Teresa Mulhern and Misa from Make Me Up Misa, mostly Teresa, that's her baby, that's her video. She does new makeup releases every single week and she does a lot of work. She puts together all these files, some old information, and Misa and I, we just give our opinion. We kind of just throw out 2 cents. So this goes on every Sunday on Teresa Mulhern channel. I'm going to leave Misa and Teresa's channels in the description box as usual, and you can check out Teresa's video and see us chat about new makeup releases and throw shade for like 2 hours. Yes, so one of the things we girls were talking about that those two told me to get is Minimalist palette from Profusion. This kind of reminds me of a new 35C, or what is 36C, 35C, the Morphe palette that looks very neutral like this. So that's why I wanted to test it, because Morphe has been spoken about a lot, but Profusion hasn't. So it looks like this. It has all this beautiful shades, shimmers, glitters, mattes. It has a lot of pinks and purples, but as you can see, I did not go there. I had to restrain myself, literally restrain myself, like, I wanted to, because that's my thing, the pinks and purples, but we did the neutral. So, and then I picked up this. I saw this, I didn't even know it existed. It's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's feel good skin, long wear, skin perfector, language. Hyaluronic acid, medium to full coverage, natural skin finish, SPF 15 foundation. I mean, it's a mouthful, but anyway, this is a new foundation, $7, $6.98. Yes, Walmart likes 98 and 88 for some reason. So this was brand new. I didn't even know what color to pick, and it looks like I picked the color exactly right for my skin, which is like shocking, just shocking. But yeah, I did good. And if you're wondering, this is medium 5, warm yellow. It's not that warm yellow, actually, it's just pretty much perfect for me. So we're going to be testing this. Not a wear test, but we'll see how it applies. And also I picked up the Hello Halo blush lighter from, I met someone that's Wet n Wild. That's not Profusion, but we're going to be testing this. And also the sponge. Sponge I already washed, but you're going to see it in a future. This is a new Real Technique sponge. It's not new probably, but it's new to me. It's like it has those colors, like blended colors. You'll see it's kind of like kind of looks like colored rain sponge that Misa likes. So that's why I picked it up. And that was $4.88. Yes, Walmart loves 88 for some reason. So yeah, the foundation is $6.98, the palette was $12.98, and the highlighter, the Wet n Wild highlighter blusher is $4.98, and the Real Technique sponge is $4.88. So we're going to be testing all of that. So let me do the swatches real quick. I mean, it's a huge palette, it's huge. So it has 35 shades. So I'm just going to paint my arm, and I'm going to show you because it's gonna take forever otherwise. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I switched all the colors. Took me a while because my skin is dry and I'm not good at swatches, and I don't believe in swatches swatching well on the arms. Usually it comes on your eyelids, it goes on better, but some of the swatches actually swatch real good. So I went these 2 rows on this arm, then the second 2 rows on this side, and the last row over here on the other side on my arm here. So I'm gonna show you now. So that's first 2 rows right there. So there's a lot of light neutrals, like real light ones. It goes like a shimmer matte, shimmer matte, shimmer matte, pretty much. You can see. Yeah, but look at the glitter. I mean is it glitter? Yeah, that's the glitter. The glitter swatch is pretty phenomenal. Usually glitter swatch is like poo-poo. This one swatched. I mean, glitter, Profusion glitter is like nuclear. It can survive a nuclear explosion. That's crazy. It's so good. And this shimmer over here, you might not see it well, but like I highlighted my brow bone with it, and it's so good. So now we got the other 2 rows, the next 2 deeper tones, a lot of glitter, a lot of warms, browns, and neutrals, and a lot of purples. So yeah, the glitter swatch is nice. I mean, there's some stuff, but you know, it swatches very decently. That's probably the best glitter swatch. You see, this one swatched really nicely, and the matte swatched pretty well too. I mean, it's a couple of passes, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I never can get 1 pass swatches out of anything. And that's the last row. As you can see, there is a black, but it's kind of like a dark gray almost. It's not really black, but that might be a good thing. Like I say during this video, for the beginners, it's easier to blend something like this than the just deep black pigmented shade. And the purple glitter looks phenomenal too. I mean, it doesn't look that great here, but I mean, it's a great glitter. So yeah, this is a very decent palette. So let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to be applying the eyeshadow, the foundation. I'll show you the highlights, the contour, the whole bit. So we'll see how this works and what I think about this. So we're going to start with the Profusion base, because I have so much Profusion and I'm testing quite a bit. So I'm going to go with the base, since it's not my favorite, but it's Profusion, same brand. So I'm just going to use just a brush and use this base. This base does not have any color to it, but it works really well actually. That's why it's not my favorite, because I like opaque bases, but I already got my eyebrows touched up with pencil. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't give you any coverage, so this is a very neutral, simple look, and I was itching to put some bright colors on my eyelids because there are some beautiful purples and pinks in this palette. I wanted to go right here, and here, and here, but since purple is pink is all I do, went right for this brown. Now these shades don't have names, so we're gonna go right for the shades, just the color brown. I'm gonna go to transition to this a little bit of lighter brown, and just mix a little bit of this one and this one. It's gonna be kind of a transition from dark to light, and I'm gonna start using by Profusion brushes, and this is kind of a tapered brush. It came in one of the palettes, so I'm gonna go into that brown, start with the darkest brown shade. Yeah, definitely pigmented. Yeah, like in the previous videos, I've done quite a bit of Profusion makeup. You can see that some of them are hit and miss. Sometimes it could be a little bit of patchy, sometimes not as pigmented. Some of the shimmers I'd probably used before, but this seemed to be, so far, very good. Alright, so I'm gonna dip this same brush with the same color into that lighter shade I showed. And just do the crease, kind of like a real simple look, nothing special or anything artistic. Because I never do neutrals, almost never do neutrals. I'll stay away from them, but once in a while, I can do something that most people relate with. because most of the time you guys probably go, I would never wear this. Except for the parakeets like me. So I'm going to that lighter shade. So I'm going through these two lighter shades now. And eventually I'm going to go into this one and maybe just even a little bit of this one on top. Yeah, a little bit of dust in the pen, but that's not a problem. Alright, taking another fluffy brush. This is Profusion blending brush from a set. And I'm going to go into this lighter shade over here on top. And it's kind of like a light medium beige. Really easy to blend all the shades. I mean, neutrals really are usually easy to blend. So my friend Teresa, you're probably gonna be like, what is she doing? Why is she so neutral? Yes, I'm a boring basic bee today. Going to the lightest shade on top. Like a real light one over here. So I'm going to smudge the lower lash line immediately with the same colors, the dark brown and lighter here. And then I'm gonna probably warm it up a little bit like I did on the other side here with this one. Because those are not my typical colors, so kind of trying to step out from my typical shades. I'm using a Profusion brush, another one. It's called Profusion-ShareAlike brush. It's like a flat and fluffy at the same time. I like those. So warm up with a warmer shade. Well, the base is gonna go after, so it's like not important right now. Kind of like this warm brown under my eye, especially with this color of the eyeballs. And this Siesta Silver, if you're wondering, color CL. So one of my favorites. So I'll clean this up later, don't worry about this now. Let's highlight the brow bone. I'm gonna go with the lightest shade here. It's not the most shiny, but it's kind of a satin light finish. Very light, almost white. I'm just gonna go with Profusion brush. This is actually angled brow brush, but I'm gonna use it to highlight my brow bone because I want to use Profusion brushes. And this is very nice highlighting shade. Really pigmented, really light. Has quite a bit of reflection. It doesn't look like anything in the pen, actually. It looks better on the eyelid. And using the same fluffy brush, the blending brush, to transition between the light matte and the shimmer. So I'm going to cut my crease real quick with Pillows base, nothing special. I'm not even going to clean it because it's so neutral, so easy. Just gonna go over Pillows base and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm using flat Wet n Wild brush from a dollar store that I got, I think it was a Dollar Tree. Wet n Wild. So I'm gonna go right into this beautiful gold champagne kind of shimmery color. It has like a little bit of glitter specks in it, so I liked it. There's some shimmers here more subtle and some of them a little more special. This one definitely more special. And I'm going to use a little more of a little darker gold shade. This one over here, closer to my outer corner. Ooh, look at the reflection. The shimmers are really spectacular in this palette. Really reflective. That's so pretty. So I'm going to use the first brush with it. Oh, almost lost it. With a dark color. And I'm gonna go into that medium brown over here. The second one I used. Just to buff it out here. And we're going to darken up the outer corner. I'm trying to deepen it up with black, and I'm gonna use another Profusion brush that I have. It's like a little bit of pointy edge. It's good. It's called Smudger brush, but I like to use the outer corner. So this is supposed to be black, I think, right? Kind of looks like black, but it looks more like a dark gray, like a real dark gray rather than black. So I'm gonna use this brush and apply over, and you'll see it's not the darkest deepest color. I mean, it works, but it's not like really deep black. There's some really good blacks that I have, and this is not it. But I think the point of this palette is to be easy blendable and neutral for like every day, and the deep dark blacks are hard to blend out, and this one is really forgiving. So if you're not experienced in eyeshadow, this one is so easy to blend, it's not gonna create a harsh line. So I'm gonna go with the first brush with the brown and just blend it out. See, there is no problems with the black at all, because it's really like dark gray rather than black. There's some cases that you don't need so much pigmentation, like for the neutral easy look. So if you are a novice at eyeshadow application, it might be easier to use some like this rather than some expensive, extremely pigmented palette that's gonna give you a hard time. So I used the Urban Decay Gold eyeliner in my waterline and the color Gold Mine, and that's a friend's gift. Thank you, Victoria. And I used for the eyeliner, I used Focallure, just a regular felt tip eyeliner. So I'm gonna add a little glitter because right now it looks cute, looks very neutral and cute, but we can dress it up and make it a little more interesting. So I was gonna go without glitter, honestly, because like I just want to keep it simple, but glitter I just could not resist. So gold, I just want to go with gold. I know Profusion pressed glitter is really good. It does not fall out, it doesn't need a base. So I'm gonna go with the same flat brush I used for the shimmer. Gonna go right for the gold. And I'm not gonna pack it thickly, I mean, more or less. It falls out maybe a little bit, but not a lot. So I did this after the eyeliner and the mascara because I wanted to be able to see where it's going, and the eyeliner is hard to apply over glitter, so I'm doing it now, and the eyelash is gonna cover up any fallout. Yeah, just like that. See, it's really pretty. So I'm gonna do eyelashes now, and then I'm gonna finish. We're gonna start with the face. Test 10 Profusion foundation, which I'm really excited about. So I'll put some more US eyelashes. I mean, they're very small. They're kind of like natural looking, so I decided to go for kind of a natural-ish look. I mean, some of you say that's not natural, but I mean, for me it is. Yes, and the cat ears are back. So let's go with this foundation. So this is a Profusion Cosmetics brand new Feel Good Skin Lone Wear Skin Perfector Hyaluronic Acid Medium to Full Coverage Natural Satin Finish SPF 15. So kind of a inexpensive packaging. It has a little gold, so that makes it look nicer, I guess. But it is nothing really special. It says medium 5. So first of all, in Walmart, I was looking at this, and the bottles all look the same. I thought that represented color, but it doesn't. So they all look the same. So there's little swatches, like paper on Walmart, and that's the only thing I could go with. So I kind of like, you know, just held my breath and I picked one. So I don't know, it says warm yellow. This better not be the Focallure one. If you haven't seen my video reviewing Focallure foundation, it was the full coverage matte finish. It was yellow the house. My face was literally yellow, like a yellow paint. So this better not be like that. So let me read on the website. The funny thing, when I was in Walmart, this foundation was, this foundation was not available on Profusion website. Everything was out of stock, and yet Walmart was fully stocked. How? Which is weird, but I got my hands on it. Well, now it's in stock on Profusion website. So on Profusion website, it's $7 exactly. In Walmart, let me see my receipts and deleted tweets. All right, so Walmart had it for $6.98. I tend to, it's like, I see that the Walmart prices tend to be like a 2 cents less. For some reason, like everything is 98. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference, so whatever. So on Profusion website, it says that Satin Finish Skin Perfector infuses hyaluronic acid packed with SPF 15 to keep your skin protected and hydrated, allowing your radiance to glow from within. So it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. Like all of our products, Luminous Skin Perfector is created without being tested on animals. It's also 100% cruelty-free, meaning it's also formulated without animals byproducts, so that's great. How to apply? Using a brush. I'm not gonna use a brush. Or fingertips. That's not gonna happen. Apply a small amount on your skin, starting in the center of your face and blend outwards, layer on for desired coverage. Well, I don't like brushes. It doesn't apply evenly, it leaves streaks. I don't like them. So instead, we're gonna test two sponges. Well, one of the sponges I got in Walmart, so this is like new for me. It's probably not new in the market. It's $4.88 in Walmart. Walmart likes 88 or 98 cents. It's always 98 cents or 88 cents. So this is a Profusion sponge, which I like and I've been using already. So this one's fine. And this came in a set that I got with the brushes, so everything was included. And this is the $4.88 one, the Real Techniques. It looks so pretty. It reminds me of your Colored Rain sponge, Missa. So when you like my friend Missa, she loves the Colored Rain, and they kind of looks like that. I'm not sure if it works like that, but I do like Real Techniques sponges. They do absorb more than Juno, but we're gonna test this. So this side of the face is gonna be Profusion sponge, and this one is gonna be Real Techniques. This better have coverage. Since it says medium to full coverage, this better not disappoint. It's the moment of truth. Oh, doesn't really look yellow. Well, for now. I mean, the other foundation looked real yellow, the Focal Lure one. Ooh, girl, that was not pretty. So let me test it on this side. Well, a little yellow. I mean, just a little. But this is nothing compared to the Focal Lure. You know, this has coverage. I'm surprised. Because usually when it says apply with your fingers, it means it's gonna be no coverage, and they want you to, you know, build up with the fingers or the brush. Profusion sponge I like because I feel like it's kind of sort of a little bit like Juno, like on the surface it's velvety, so it doesn't suck the foundation so much. So I'm just doing one half. Yeah, I already feel like it's building. Wow. Oh wow. It smells so good. If you know me, you know I like good scent. I like everything scented. That's what most people don't. Most people don't like scented stuff. I live for scented stuff. And this is a very... Wow, it smells like expensive perfume. I mean, I'm a cheap hoe. I have not an expensive taste, so don't take my word for it. But it does smell like expensive perfume to me. I don't know. I can sniff it all day long. The fragrance is so pleasant. I don't think I ever smelled foundation smelling that, like, not chemically, not like a cologne, like Elf. Ugh. This one is real nice. So I see it's building up coverage and I didn't even layer it. It looks real nice. So let me do the other side with the Real Technique sponge. So the cleanup is gonna be epic. It's like a little squirt. I feel like I did use quite a bit because I wanted to do half face. Probably could have used this full amount for the full face. I'm trying to convert myself to a more soft sponges rather than hard Juno sponge. I like Juno sponge though, because it's so easy to build foundation. Like I don't need to keep applying and applying. Like this one I have to keep applying. But I think it's not bad. The foundation itself, it's so smooth. It's like butter. I'm real impressed. Because Profusion is really a budget brand. I mean, it's a budget brand. What do you want? But how much do you get here? 1 ounce. So it's 1 ounce for $7. And dare I say, it reminds me of Missa. Please don't hate me, Missa, Teresa. Don't hate me. The girls gifted me expensive ABH foundation, Anastasia Beverly Hills. It looks like it. It does. I mean, the coverage kind of reminds me of ABH. It's like a medium coverage, very luminous and beautiful finish. I'm gonna zoom you in a second. I'm not putting this under my eyes because it's not good for you guys. If you have, especially if you have aging skin or crepey, what do you call it? You know what I mean, wrinkle under eyes. It's gonna fall into the lines and creases and dry. If you have dry eyes, I would not put concealer under, foundation and concealer. I put just concealer alone. So I'm just kind of pushing it in now everywhere. I do like the sponge. First I was like, it absorbs. Now I'm like, oh, it's nice. So ignore my dark under eyes, they're awful. But look at this finish. Look how pretty it is. It's very luminous. It's very shiny. It's pretty darn perfect. It's almost full coverage, almost. It's like you have this spot here, like birthmark, and it covered it, almost covered it, and which is like hard to do. Oh, I really like that. Real nice smooth coverage. So we'll see. I'll apply concealer and powder, and we'll see what it looks like when it's powdered. I'm just gonna go with e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer because I want to keep it like a drugstore price, inexpensive. So I'm gonna come back with a set face, but look at that. Ooh, really impressed. For $7 Profusion, man, they really did something with this. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I've set my face. I kind of smudged my low lash line a little bit more. So the set face looks very matte. Obviously, because I said it. But that's Maybelline Fit Me powder, but the skin looks smooth. Look at my forehead. It's like there's nothing on it. It's like perfectly smooth and even. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna test out of Profusion is Profusion Studio Contour Palette. Looks like this. It has matte contour, 2 matte highlights, and 1 shimmery highlight, which actually this might not be bad. We should see how this looks. And I also picked up this in Walmart, which is a new thing. It's Hello Halo Blush Lighter in the color I Met Someone. So there are a few colors there. I think one of them was too gray kind of looking and ashy, and the other one is too dark. So I think I picked like a medium. Okay, so the blush lighter is Wet n Wild, and that's not Profusion, but that's what I picked up in Walmart. Oh, that looks very promising as well. So I guess one of them is blush and one of them is highlighter, I imagine. It says blush and highlighter duo. Yeah, we shall try this. So I'm gonna try this on my right side and the Profusion highlight on the left side. But let's try to contour first. And let me see. I don't have Profusion contour brush, so I'm gonna use my usual contour brush by firmer brushes. And I'm gonna go probably into the lightest shade because they kind of all look very deep, and this one looks cool tones. This one is almost like bronzer, so I might use that for the bronzer. So let me go to the lightest shade and we'll see. Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's kind of, that's dark enough, way too dark even. So now I'm gonna use the middle shade of the bronzer. I believe this palette has been revamped and it looks a lot different. That's why I ended up in the mystery box. I ordered the mystery box from Profusion like a while ago. I never showed it to you guys because it was so bad. Like the rest of the stuff was terrible. It was bad. There are some eyeshadow palettes, like huge ones with all shimmers in them, and they look like a dollar store makeup. It was so bad. And some of the things are nice, like a few nice things, like a couple of eyeshadow palettes that I already owned, so I gave them away. And this one. So this one was kind of nice. So, yeah, it's a nice contour palette. I think they have a new version of it on their website. I think it's like $7 or $9, something like that. Okay, let's try the highlighter. So I'm gonna go with the palette highlighter because it looks on the swatch more promising than it looked on my hand. That it looks on the palette. see. Using a gesso brush. Looks like it loads on the brush very well, so let's see. Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a highlight. Alright. I don't think I ever experienced Profusion highlight, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I own any. It's really impressive, but the thing is, it's a little white for me, you know? Kind of like when it goes sideways. It doesn't give me cast, gray cast, but it's like give me white cast almost a little bit. But I mean, we like to be extra on this channel, so I'll live with this. Alright, so I cleaned up the brush and I'm now going into Hello Halo. I met someone. So I'm gonna go into this highlight shade. This one looks really, really promising. Let's see. Oh, wow. I mean, they're very similar. Oh, wow. I think this beats Profusion. Although, I mean, I look like a Tin Man on both sides. I'll need to tone it down. Although the blush is like a highlighter. Wait until I apply blush and you're gonna be like, what is happening? Tone it down, girl. Tone it down. Or some people usually tell me, do not tone it down. But I'm like, I have to have some limit of highlight. So let's do this. This is like a little scary because this looks like a pink highlight pretty much. Not a blush. Actually, it's pretty. Wow, it's really pretty. I mean, it's like highlighting blush. It is what it is, exactly what it says it is. But it really blends all the shades together well. It might be a little too much highlight for some people. I like blush with a little shimmer in it. But this one is like more of a highlight than shimmer. But you know, it's pretty. I like it. So I finished my makeup off camera because I didn't use anything new. I just used ColourPop Luxe Velvet Lip, and this is color Can You Even? Can You Even? I never use it, that's why I reached for it. So I decided to go matte because, you know, I just want to go more natural, as if with this highlight you could be natural. Anyway, so let's zoom in and see what you think. So the eyeshadow is nice. See, the glitter is still there. I mean, it still stays put. I did not use any base, any glitter glue. I applied it right on top of the shimmer, not even a primer. It sits so nicely, it does not fall out. I mean, Profusion is freaking amazing. I'm so impressed. Every time I try Profusion, I get high and high opinion of it. So the skin looks pretty darn good. I mean, I can't complain. The only thing, the Profusion side, the highlight from a contour palette, it looks like it has a little more texture, and this one looks a little smoother. So Wet n Wild highlighter is better, and might be a reason they discontinued this is because they probably made it better now. So it should be interesting to try the new formula. But the eyeshadow palette, and yeah, the eyeshadow palette is amazing. So what do I think about this new products? The eyeshadow palette Minimalist, the new, is pretty amazing. I'm gonna say the shimmers impressed me a lot, and because I had kind of questionable opinion of shimmers in one of the palettes, but most of them are okay, but this one is like way beyond okay. This one is really good. The glitters, the Profusion glitter formula is like top notch. It's like the same as, dare I say, the same as Tati Westbrook, Tati Beauty palette. I mean, that palette is like real good, but this one, I don't see any difference between this pressed glitter and the what do you call it, textured neutrals. And the mattes are amazing too. The blend easy. I still have to play with my favorite purples. I'm still showing you the lid. There you go. So yeah, I still want to play with purples. I only played with neutrals today because, you know, I never do that. So there we go. But this one is highly recommend. Walmart, $12.98. Yes, $12.98. I love those 98 cents. And the foundation, oh my god, this is a find. I need to do a wear test of this. Compare it to ABH foundation. Yeah, this one. This me. You'll be laughing, but it reminds me of texture of this. This might be higher quality because it's just a little more expensive. But I mean, my skin looks so good. It's so pretty, it's so luminous, and it's like it's so light and it's so moisturizing. I mean, I see a lot of similarities, so this should be interesting to do a half and half and do a wear test. So this might come in the near future. So I should go pick it up, the other stuff they have, the new stuff, like a liquid lip and Profusion website. I'm not 100% sure if I saw a concealer, any new concealer, but I'm gonna check it out. So next Walmart trip, we'll get some more. So yeah, I'll highly recommend the palette, and it's like highly recommend the foundation. It looks so good. I have not worn it long enough. This is not a wear test, but as first impressions go, it is so beautiful. Just gorgeous. For the dry skin, I don't know how it's gonna wear on oily skin, but for the dry skin, it sits nicely. It looks amazing right off the bat. I've been having it on for the last like hour since I've been like playing around with things, and it still looks nice. But of course, you need a wear test. So that's what I think. So let me know what you guys think. Do you have this in your local Walmart? I mean, it's available on Profusion website and on your local Walmart, like all of these things. So let me know what you think, comment below, and like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays 3 times a week at 9 AM Pacific time, and I also go live on Sundays, live stream doing makeup recreations and mostly challenges, what you guys challenge me with. So join me at noon Pacific time or 8 PM UK time. So I'll leave you guys at this, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!